One better way, I've been crossing all over. Haven't touched the city since October. Everything feels distant and everyone feels colder. I don't think I can do this sober.
Don't keep going, pretty boy.
Of course, darling, that is what you can get, that I'm gonna go because I have enough from these witches and vampire haunting. Of course, darling, that is what you can see here, that I want to forget them. Of course, darling, I had enough, that is always the same story here. Of course, darling, that is what you can get. Of course, first it comes an apple, then it comes the rainbow, and then the memories kill us, of course, darling, and it's always the same story here. Of course, the time goes in circles, so we have to forget it. That is what you can get, darling, that is what you can get. Of course, darling, that is what you can see, that the apple works for the freedom, and they are taking away our lives from Cain. That is what you can get, and you have always disabled falling at the bed, of course, darling, that is what you can see, and so it works, of course, darling, and so we are with the cocaine here, trying to forget it the whole time, of course, darling, and so we are dead, so times I think this world don't deserve me, of course, darling, that is what you can get here, because freedom only brought the freedom of the enterprise is to slave the workers, of course, darling, so it goes here. So what is what you gonna say? That we have to forget, of course, darling, that is what you can get. So this world don't deserve me, that is what you can get. I have to go, that is what you can get here, that I'm gonna go, that I'm gonna forget, that I'm gonna go forever, of course, darling, because I had enough of these witches and vampire haunting. We only want to have fun, of course, darling, that is what you can get. And they able took the red and black and the pink, of course, darling, and they are hurting us, of course, darling, that is what you can see, of course, darling, that is what you can get here, but they already told you they all want to pray to you, of course, darling, but there are children, they are sons, they are fields, they are kids, they are kin, that they are hijos, everyone here trying not to pray to you because we want our lives, of course, darling, that is what you can get, that they're hitting the kids, that is what you can see, they are hitting the children, of course, darling, that is what you can get. So what is what you're gonna say, that we have to forget, of course, darling, that is what you can see. They want to talk shit about us, but they have more shit than we, that is what you can see. So what is what you're gonna say? Just nothing, of course, darling, that is what you can get here. I'm gonna wait until the rainbow comes again, that is what you can get, of course, darling. The people have some fear to the sex, of course, darling, and that's why they are hunting vampires and witches, and so it is here. So what are we gonna do here? Nothing, girl. That is what you can get, that we have to forget, of course, darling, that is what you can see. So let us go, that is what you're gonna get here, of course.
Don't keep going, pretty boy.
That's what you can get, girl, that I'm gonna go, of course, because I don't have colors anymore. That is what you can get, that they took. April took the red and black and the pink, of course, darling. That is what you can see, and FMI privatized the sea. That is what you can see here, of course, darling. That is what you can get. So we have broken states. That is what you can get, and the freedom of the enterprises to save the workers, of course, darling. So it goes here. So that is what is going up here, of course, darling. So we have to go. That is what you can get. So what are we gonna do? Just nothing, girl. That is what you can see. So what are we gonna do here? Nothing. That is what you can get here. So go. That is what you can get. That no one can against us. That thought we, but okay, darling. That is what you can see. That this world don't deserve me and don't deserve us. That is what you can get here, because they are throwing A-boys at Kane, of course, darling, and we have only cocaine, of course, darling, and we are dead. That is what you can get, of course, darling. That is what you can see. So it goes here, so we have to go, of course, and therefore make loans to the states, and the states cannot pay back, and we are broke, and we're gonna disappear, and we are gonna not have a state to represent us, of course, darling, and we are gonna have the freedom of the enterprises to slave the workers, and that is what you're gonna get, and that is the world who wait for us. So we have to go, darling, of course, and they privatize the sea. That is what you can see, of course, darling. That is what you can get here, of course. That is what you can get. So we have to go, and that is what we're gonna do, of course, darling. Wake me up when the rainbows come back, of course, darling. That is what you can get, of course, darling. That is what you can see. So are we gonna do, of course, darling. That is what you're gonna get here. That is what you can get, darling, of course. That is what you can see, that they are hitting children, they are hitting sons, they are hitting kids, they are hitting kinda, they are hitting fields and hijos. That is what you can see here, so go. That is what you can get, darling. So it's able, of course, darling. They all want to pray to you. That is what you can get, but you have a lot of shit and you're throwing shit at Kane. That is what you can get, of course, darling. That is what you can see. And Kane, the reality is that he don't kill anyone. That Able falls at the bed from Kane just to play the victim. That is what you can get here, so it goes. Of course, that is what you can get, and we don't deserve that. That is what you can get, so we have to go, of course, darling. That is what you can get. That is what you're gonna see. That Able is gonna rise, and then Kane is gonna come back with a rainbow, and then we are gonna have the whole question here from the memories, of course, darling, and we are gonna be dead again, and so it goes. The time goes in circles. That is what you can get, darling, so it goes. That is what you can get, and that is what you can see. That this world don't deserve me, don't deserve us. That is what you can get, darling. So okay, we are gonna go. That is what you can see. That no one can against me. That I'm gonna go, of course, darling. Bye forever. I loved you so much, of course, darling. We had so much fun. We have so good times. I'm gonna be in the trenches, and please don't come to look after me. That is what you can see. That I don't want to go. I just want to make some research, and that's all, girl. Of course, darling, I'm gonna go. That is what you can see, that I want to make some research on the trenches. Of course, darling, and go forever. That is what you can get. And please don't come and look after me. I'm not gonna be there, of course, darling, because I don't wanna be hurt. Of course, darling, that is what you can get. I don't eat pig, even if these whole people are telling that I'm the worst. Of course, that is what you can get, but it's don't. I'm the person who at least never felt pain. That is what you can get, so I'm gonna go here. That is what you can see. Of course, darling, that is what you can see. That is what you can get here. That the time goes in circles. Please wake me up when the rainbow comes back. Of course, darling, that is what you can get. That is what you can see. So it is. So I'm gonna go. Of course, darling. That is what you can get here.